Okay, thank you. All right, deep breathing to get us started. Inhale the hands up and exhale the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Push the hands in front of us next. Inhale to the, pardon me, heart. Exhale, push the hands out. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Arms over the head next. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you keep looking straight ahead. Inhale, exhale. Don't look up at the ceiling, straight ahead. Good job. Inhale and exhale. Arms to the side. Inhale to the heart and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms in the diagonals. Inhale to the heart. Left up, right down, exhale. Keep the upper body straight. Keep looking straight ahead. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep looking straight ahead. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to the heart and exhale, relax the hands down. We actually have space over here. I can have Amanda bring in chairs. If you would.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, there's actually more space on the other side. Yeah, probably right over there, and Amanda will be in, and she can bring you a chair in just a minute. Just need a set of chairs, please, to that side. Yeah, there's a good spot over there. All right, no problem. Continuing our breathing, flapping the arms like bird wings. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. Thank you, Amanda. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. There you go. And exhale. And lastly, your favorite, gathering chi. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale. Go nice and slow. As we exhale, we let the hands float down. Don't just drop the arms. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. There you go. There's our deep breathing exercises. As we go into cold season, um, some days you wake up and you're a little congested sometimes. That's the time to do more deep breathing, not less deep breathing, right? Maybe that you feel like you're getting a cold, getting the flu. Um, that's the time you want to do more deep breathing. Okay, it's really important to keep your lungs open and clear. Okay, so it really helps with that. Okay, I forgot to mention with everything else going on. So in 2 weeks is Thanksgiving. APDA office is closed the whole week of Thanksgiving. So there's no exercise classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know you know Thursday, but also Friday class is also not happening that week. People are available by telephone, but there's nobody here in the office. Okay. See, you make a great point, but you're telling the wrong person. So yeah, I do have a couple of those out there. All right. Yes, you can always. There's always the YouTube video, so you can practice on your own if you wanted to. All right. Or you can do it out in the middle of a mall when you all of you, because it's mainly men in here today. No offense to the women, but since you guys will be doing your Black Friday shopping, yeah, there you go. All right. Warm up exercises, starting with the chin tuck. We're in the Wuji position. Float the hands up in front of us, hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and then sink the chin to the chest without leaning forward. Floating the hands up in front of us, hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Good job. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and then sink the chin down to the chest. One more time, float the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Keep your good posture. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and gently sink the chin to the chest. Beautiful. Next, looking side to side, starting out prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, right hand is on top. Left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. Come back to center. Come back to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Right hand, right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left hand. And come back to center. Tai Chi ball, right hand's on top. Left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. Come back to center. Come back to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Watch the right hand going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And come back to center. Pause for just a second. Primary goal of this exercise is moving our neck from one side to the other, looking over one shoulder, looking over the other shoulder. Then adding the hands helps work the brain. So first make sure you get the neck right, then worry about the hands. All right? Tai Chi ball, right hand's on top. Left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down right. Come back to center, back to prayer hands. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. And then right hand, right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. Come back to center, come back to prayer hands. Relax the hands down. Forward shoulder circles, bring the shoulders back, then up, then forward and down. Shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Keep that body posture straight. Back, up, forward without leaning forward, and down. Now reverse. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Keep your hands at your sides. Forward, up, back, and down. And usually I have, to adjust my microphone at this point. Gathering chi, reaching for infinity. It was funny to me. Gently reaching out, reaching up, opening, expanding the body. Exhale, relax the hands down. We gently reach out, reaching up, beautiful stretch. And exhale, relax the hands down. One more time. Feel like someone is gently pulling at your wrist, opening, expanding the body. And then exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. I can see the excitement in everybody's eyes. All right, touching heaven and earth, prayer hand position. Left hand up, right hand down, lifting the head towards the ceiling, stretching the spine. Come back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And come back to center. Left hand up, right hand down, gently stretching the spine. Come back to center. Keep looking straight ahead. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And back to center. One more time. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. Come back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And come back to center. Back to prayer hands. Relax the hands down. Beautiful. Carrying the ball side to side, not moving the hips, moving the upper body, turning the belly button from the left side to the right, not twisting. Make sure it's a nice, just a gentle rotation, okay? Prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, left hand is on top. Gently turn to the left. Turning the ball over, right hand's on top, and gently turn to the right. Turn the ball over, left hand's on top, gently turn to the left. Turn the ball over, right hand's on top, and gently turn to the right. Turning the ball over, left hand's on top, gently turn to the left. Turning the ball over, right hand's on top, and gently turn to the right. And then we turn the ball over, back to prayer hands, relax the hands down. Beautiful. All right, everybody doing good? One thing on all the exercises that will really help you, and I know it sounds strange, but it works. In fact, Ray, your friend Ray, Ria, sorry, Ria. I'm not good with names. Okay, that's fine. Until I get it right, she can call me Bob if she wants. So until I get your name right, you don't have to get my name right. But your friend Ria is actually a good example of that. So when I talk to you about keeping your sight directly in front of you, not looking up when you're doing the exercise, not doing, touching heaven and earth and looking up, or doing that, pardon me, some of the exercises, like when you drop your hands, you drop your eyes down. Instead, we want to keep looking straight ahead. Our body tends to go wherever we are looking, and Ria has found this out. Ria tended to look up. She would do gathering chi, and she would look up, and it took me a while to get her to start looking straight ahead. But Ria also told me she was walking one day, and she was looking up at the sky, and she ended up tripping over one of the cracks in the sidewalk. So it makes a huge, huge difference. Yes, sir. Yes, carrying the ball side to side. You actually align your sight with the ball. So the ball is right here. So I'm looking in this direction, but I can see the ball with my peripheral vision. So I don't have my head down. I'm not doing this, but I'm doing this. And I can still see the ball, but keep the body upright. Exactly. Exactly. And you try and keep the ball aligned with your dantian, which is located just below your navel. So as I turn to the left, when my belly button stops turning, the ball stops turning. And if I'm able to only go this far, that's as far as I go then. Just doing this nice and gentle. If I'm able to go farther, able to go even more. That's fine. Ironically, the lower you get, the farther you're able to turn without moving the hips. But that's really hard on the legs, so don't stress yourself out. Okay? But that looking straight ahead It's a very safe way for us to motivate around when we're out there in the real world. Okay. So keep looking straight ahead, helping your posture. Okay. All right. Leg strengthening exercise. So we're in the Wuji position. Weight shifts to the left, bend in the left knee, right foot, cat stance. Tap, right toe to the front, empty. And then cat stance. Tap, right foot to the side, empty. And cat stance. And then tap right toe behind us, keeping all the weight on the left. No weight on the right foot. And cat stance. And back to Wuji. Other side, weight shift to the right. Left foot, cat stance. Left foot to the front, empty. Good job. Cat stance once again. Left foot to the side, no weight on the left, all your weight stays right. And cat stance, keep the body nice and straight. And then left foot behind us. And cat stance. And then jump up, turn around. No, just kidding. Back to Wuji. All right. How was that? There's a whole second chapter of that one too. All right. Any questions on any of the exercises we did? All right. Let's have a seat. Let's do a couple seated exercises. I'm going to get a drink of water. All right. When we do seated Tai Chi, we sit up nice and straight and tall. Sit up on the edge of the chair, feet flat on the floor. 90-degree bend between the upper and the lower leg. Roll forward on the pelvis. Head is lifted by the silk thread. So when you look at it from the side, I'm not sitting like this, but I'm sitting like this. This is a healthy way to sit. Think of it as sitting in the Wuji position. Okay? Let's do our hip exercise first. So we're going to turn to the right-hand side of the chair. We're going to do the hands right off the bat because you guys are doing really well today. So prayer hand position. We push our hands against the imaginary right wall and open up the left leg at the same time. And then slide the leg back. Hands back to prayer hands. Again, we push against the wall on the right, open up the leg on the left, keep the knee over the heel, nice straight line. So I'm not doing this, I'm doing this. And then come back to center. That helps concentrate the stretch on your hips when you do that. Push against the right wall, open up the left leg, keep that right angle, and come back to center. Relax the hands down. Beautiful. Shift to the left-hand side of the room. Same thing, other side. Prayer hand position. Gently push against the left wall, open up the right leg. Keep the knee above the heel and come back to center. Push against the left wall, open up the right leg. Feel that nice stretch. Come back to center. One more time, push against the left wall, open up the right leg. Feel the nice stretch. And then come back to center and relax the hands down. Turn back to the center, shake the legs loose. Good job. All right. Next exercise. See the excitement in your eyes. We're going to do two motions with the leg. We're going to lift the leg up and push the leg down. So you're trying to keep our body nice and straight. You'll find that hardest as you lift the leg up. You'll naturally want to lean back, or sometimes people will kind of crunch over. So what helps is imagine you're lifting your head at the same time you're lifting your leg so it keeps the back nice and straight. All right? Sometimes that happens pushing down, not quite as much, but sometimes people will like lean forward to get a little bit more leverage. Okay? All right. So we're going to start with the left leg. Lift the left leg to the chest, keep the back and the body straight, and then relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Lift the left leg up, hands behind us, keeping the back and the body straight, and relax. Hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Lift the left leg up, hands behind us, and relax. And then hands in front of us, push down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, 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 and relax. Beautiful. Pause for 1 second. Not only do we want to keep our bodies aligned, keep my back straight as I'm lifting my leg or pushing my foot down, but I also want to keep straight this way. So I'm not leaning out as I'm lifting my leg or leaning to the other side as I'm pushing down. So keep your body nice and straight. It really concentrates the work on the core. Okay? All right. Right hand side, lift the right leg up, hands behind us. Back and body straight. I'll say that one day. And relax. And then hands in front of us, push down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, push, push. Relax. Lift up on the right leg, hands behind us, back and body straight. Good job. And relax. And then push down on the right foot, hands in front of us. Push, 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 push. And relax. One more time. Lift the right leg up, hands behind us, back and body straight. Relax. And then hands in front of us and push down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, push, push. And relax. Good job. All right, shake those legs loose. So those two moves I just taught you there, when you have those two moves from the seated position, you can do almost any Tai Chi exercise from a chair. So like if you were to do commencement, you would be thinking, you guys aren't as familiar with commencement, are you? Which one of you guys? So when you're doing a Tai Chi exercise, when you're doing a form, you would use those two moves. So if I would say to step with your right foot, you would pick your right foot up and set it down. If I'd say step with your left, yeah, you guessed it, pick up the left foot and set it down. If I would say put your weight on your right foot, you would push down on the right foot, and put your weight on your left foot, you would push down on the left foot. And by using that principle, you can go through a Tai Chi form just with those two exercises. And I've had people go from the chair to the standing position by using those exercises. Okay? All right. Everybody, you guys look so excited today. Heel kick is next. We're going to do 4 motions with the leg. We lift the leg up, kick the leg out, lift the leg up, and then float the foot to the ground. Don't just drop the foot, but we float the foot to the ground. Keep the back straight, keep the body straight, keep smiling, and punch out the opposite hand. All right? Easy peasy, right? Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out, right fist. Pick up the left leg and float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out, left fist. Pick up the right leg, let it hover, float the foot to the ground. Good job. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out, right fist. Pick up the left leg, let it hover, float the foot to the ground. Good job. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out, left fist. And pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. 2 more. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out, right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Keep looking straight ahead. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out, left fist. Pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. 1 more time. Sit up nice and straight and tall. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out left fist. And then pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. It's a hard exercise to do, right? Or if you don't think it's hard, we can just keep doing it if you want. No, and it's doable. Yes, it's doable. And I didn't silence my phone. Is that my phone? It is my phone. I'm so sorry. I thought I silenced my phone. Apparently I didn't. Now I need to wait for the call to go through. All right. So next exercise is a toe kick. Looks exactly like the heel kick, except we point our toe forward, okay? So let's do that, sitting up nice and straight and tall, hands loosely gripped at the belt line, pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Opposite hand, pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. 2 more times. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out the left fist. Pick up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. 1 more time. Pick up the left leg, toe kick left, punch out right. Pick up the left leg, come back to center. Sit up nice and straight. Pick up the right leg, toe kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. Nice job. Very nice job. All right. Any questions on those exercises? Heel kick is a really good one to use on a consistent basis, like every day. Help keep those legs strong. That's important for our balance, all right? All right, then let's stand up. Let's do our ankle exercises next. I'm going to silence my phone. A little too late, but what the heck, right? I just saw a really good dad joke today that kind of pertains to our meditation. That's not the... He ate 2 large bowls of split pea soup, and now he's doing Zen meditation. He's beginning to feel some real inner peace. I didn't say it was a good joke. I said it was a dad joke. See, dad rhymes with bad. All right, ankle exercises are next, all right? Keep the body nice and straight as you're doing this. Weight shift to the right, left foot, touch heel and toe. Heel and toe. Don't look at your feet, look straight ahead, heel and toe. Building up strength and flexibility in the ankle. Heel, toe, heel, toe. 1 more time. Heel and toe. Then weight shift left, right foot, touch heel and toe. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe. 2 more times. Heel and toe. Keep the upper body straight. Heel, toe. All right, lost count. Heel and toe. And come back to center. Maybe I'll learn how to count by the new year, huh? All right, round 2. Weight shift to the right, left foot, touch little toe, and then big toe. Outside, inside, little toe, and big toe. Back to center. Weight shift left, right foot, little toe and big toe. Outside, inside, little toe and big toe. And back to center. That first ankle exercise we did, we were touching heel and toe. Definitely work on that one, okay? And talking to some movement disorder specialists from the research I found, Parkinson's first shows up in like the ankle and the wrist joints. We want to work those joints, get them stronger, get them more flexible, okay? Really good thing to happen. All right, good job. We went through that at a good pace. Definitely a good pace. Real quickly, on Monday of this week, NPR Radio ran a little blurb about Tai Chi, about research the Oregon Research Institute did on Tai Chi, and it talked about cognitive, that they had Tai Chi helps your cognitive ability, helps balance. So yet more research coming out about Tai Chi. When I first started doing Tai Chi, there was only about a handful of research projects. Now there's like over 500. Some of them dealing specifically with Parkinson's disease and the benefit of Tai Chi for Parkinson's disease. And now they're actually taking that a step further, talking about the mindfulness is also very helpful. The mindfulness that you can get with Tai Chi, but mindfulness in general helps with Parkinson's disease. So they're making some good strides in that area. So that's always good to see. Mm-hmm. They're not sure how it works, other than the fact that Tai Chi is a mental and physical exercise, where most Western exercises you do, if you run, if you swim, if you walk, those aren't mental exercises. They're good physical exercises. They're good for the body, but it doesn't take your brain. But when you're doing Tai Chi, you have to really think about what you're doing. So it's that connection between the mind and the body that they think is really strong. There's one group out of Ohio called the Delay the Disease, where they have you do problems while you're doing physical exercise. So they'll have you do kicks and punches and count forwards and backwards. So you go like 1, 10, 2, 9, 8, 3, and then so you count backwards and forwards. So again, it's using the mind and body together. But there was we're finding this more and more that like people who do Tai Chi, and I don't know how they discover this, but they found like if you've ever opened up a cabinet and something has fallen out and you've grabbed it and caught it, you're able to do that better when you do Tai Chi. You have more of a chance of catching that by doing Tai Chi. I have no idea how they discovered that, but they find that people who do Tai Chi can multitask better. And it's probably from like the heel kick, where we're kicking and punching using both sides of the brain to work. So we're exercising our brain. And the other thing, I think I've mentioned in this class before, a study done like 4 years ago, people with Alzheimer's disease. When you have Alzheimer's disease, your brain actually starts to shrink physical mass, and they can measure it on an MRI. They can see your brain starting to shrink if you get Alzheimer's disease. They've noticed that people who do Tai Chi, and they did this in this study, and it was a large study, it was 94 people. They found not only did the brain stop shrinking, but the brain started to regrow mass again, just from doing Tai Chi. So they don't know why exactly, but there's a mental and physical connection there. But if that doesn't make you want to keep doing Tai Chi, then nothing I say will have any difference to you, because it has that kind of a powerful impact on the mind, which is really amazing. I mean, that's, think if they said, hey, we have a drug, we have something we can give you that if your brain starts shrinking because of Alzheimer's disease, we can get your brain to regrow again if you just take this pill. everybody would be lining up for that pill. You don't need a pill. You can do Tai Chi and stave off Alzheimer's disease. And you don't need a doctor's prescription to do Tai Chi. No, you are good at it. No, you're not. No, you're not. Say that again, I'm sorry. Different than your feet. Yeah, right. I believe so. Yeah, I believe that it is. And you're doing things, you're similar. You know, when we talked about some of these exercises, like I jokingly said, when you do the heel kick, you keep your back straight, keep your body straight, lift your knee, kick out, opposite hand, keep smiling. But you're doing several things, multitasking at the same time. That's huge. And that's huge for our brain. So it's a big help. It's a big help. And remember, Parkinson's is a neuromuscular disease, right? So you need not only stimulation of the body, but you need stimulation of the brain to work with it. Okay. So let's do our hip exercises. Side to side. Keep the knee bent. Keep the body straight. Use your chair if you need to. I want everyone to stay safe. Okay. Do you mind putting your coat on the chair, Wendy? Or you can hang it over the weight bench if you want to, or something like that. I just don't. I'm really careful with coats over chairs in the wintertime because people could grab onto the chair and then the coat could slide on the chair. And I want everyone to stay safe. So I'm not trying to pick on anybody, okay? No problem. You're welcome. For our hand position, weight shifts to the right, bend in the right knee, body straight, tap the left foot, or float the left foot. And then come back through center. Push to the left, weight to the left, bend in the left knee, tap the right foot, or float the right foot. And come back to center. Push to the right, weight to the right, keep the body in an upright position, tap or float, left foot, come back to center, push left, weight left, bend in the left knee, tap or float the right foot. And come back to center. One more time each side. Push right, weight right, tap or float, left foot, and come back to center. Push left, weight left, bend in the left knee, tap or float, right foot. And come back to center and relax the hands down. Pardon me, I got to get a drink of water real fast. All right, forward and backward hip exercise. This is one of those exercises. A heel kick is really good for everybody. That ankle exercise, it's really easy, but it's really good for everybody. That breathing deeply, take 10 minutes every day to breathe deeply. That's really, really good for you. Those are the three main exercises I'm trying to get everybody in here to do. But this is the other exercise that's really good for you, and I call it the hokey pokey. We keep the body nice and straight. The leg that has the weight on it, we keep a bend in the knee. Use your chair. It's going to test your balance. And when we touch the toe behind us, keep plenty of space between the feet. And everybody looked really good today with that, by the way. So, weight shifts to the right. Empty left heel. Hands behind us. Use your chairs if you need to. Pick up the knee as you transition. Empty left toe. Hands in front of us. Plenty of space between the feet. Look at you. Awesome. Empty left heel, hands behind us. And then lift up the knee as you transition. Empty left toe, hands in front of us. Lifting up the knee, empty left heel, hands behind us. All your weight stays on the right. And then empty left toe, hands in front of us. And come back to center. Beautiful. Now, with my Parkinson's friends, I really like you to try and lift that knee as you transition, okay? I want that to be in your mind, in your muscle memory, that you're lifting your knee, that you're not just walking, pushing the legs forward, but I want you trying to lift your knees as you walk, okay? So, trying that the other side, weight shifts left, empty right heel, hands behind us. Lifting the knee, empty right toe, hands in front of us. Keep all your weight left. It does affect your balance more. Hang onto your chair. Lifting the knee, empty right heel. Keep all the weight left. Lift the knee, empty right toe. Keep plenty of space between your feet. One more time. Lift the knee, empty right heel. Plenty of space. Lift the knee, empty right toe. And come back to center. Beautiful. Good spacing with the feet today, by the way. Good job. Good job. There's something more I was going to say about that one. I don't remember. So it must have been a lie. All right. Now we're going to build on that exercise and do the bow stance. So we worked on this last week, stepping out empty, right? Then shifting the weight. Shift the weight back, but don't move the feet. And then come back to center. Okay? So let's try it with just the feet a few times. Weight shifts to the right, step out empty, left foot. Weight shifts left, bow stance. Now, try and keep that back heel down. Don't raise the back heel and keep the body straight. Then weight shift back and come back to center. Good job. Other side, weight shifts to the left. Step out empty right. Weight shifts right. Body straight. Good job. Weight shifts back. Come back to center. Beautiful. Let's try the opposite hand now, all right? So hands loosely clenched at the belt line. If you need to use your chair for balance, don't worry about the hands. Use the chair, all right? Weight shifts right. Step out empty left. Weight shifts left. Punch out right fist. Keep that back heel down. Weight shifts back and come back to center. Weight shifts left, step out empty right. Weight shifts right, punch out left fist. Bring that weight forward onto the right leg. Beautiful. Weight shifts back and come back to center. Beautiful. All right, so one thing to show you. I'll demonstrate this from the side. I step out empty, all my weight's back here, all my weight's over my back leg. As I shift my weight, I use my hips to shift my weight so the upper body stays straight. I'm not leaning like this. I'm staying nice and straight. As I shift my weight back, staying nice and straight. Okay? So use your hips to shift your weight. Pitchers do it. Ball players do it. Football players do it. Hockey players do it. You use your hips. All right? Weight shift to the right. Step out empty, left foot. I want to shift my weight forward, so I drive the hips forward, punching out opposite hand. I want to weight shift back. I drive the hips backwards. All the weight's on the back foot. Then it's safe to come back to center. Other side, weight shifts left. Step out empty right. I drive the hips forward to weight shift forward. I drive the hips back to weight shift back and come back to center. Beautiful, I like that. All right, another hint, because I haven't given you enough to think about. So as you step out empty, you want to point your toe forward, right? Your energy goes where you're pointing your energy to be. So when my toe points out, my energy goes out to the side. We actually want the energy to go directly in front of us. So sometimes you'll hear Tai Chi referred to as shadow boxing. So it's imagining that you're fighting a person who is the same size and weight you are. So you're fighting your shadow. And so they are right in front of you. So your toe faces forward, so your energy goes forward. Okay? All right. Weight shift to the right. Step out empty left, toe is facing forward. And bow stance. Nice. Weight shifts back and come back to center. That was beautiful. Weight shifts left, step out empty right. Weight shifts forward, bow stance. Weight shifts back and come back to center. Beautiful. Nice job. All right, I'm going to show you one more thing. Now, this is one you can think about it. You don't have to do it right away. You can if you want. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can do that. But in the martial art world, if I was going to, I've been teaching you to step your foot out and then punch, right? In the martial art world, you would actually, like, if Dave here gets mad at me, he doesn't like the way I'm teaching, he decides I'm gonna knock him over, right? So, and I'm like, well, I don't really want him to do that, but so I'm gonna try and punch him. So I shift my weight to the right. If he's smart, he's gonna notice that and try and take out my right leg to knock me over, right? Because if I have all my weight on the right, if he takes out my right leg, knocks me over. He's an army vet, army vet. So he's gonna, he's smart. He's gonna try and do that. So what you can do is, as your weight shifts right, you bring the left foot in to protect the right leg, then it comes out, and then you do your bow stance. And then as you come back, you move that foot in that U shape. So those of you who can't necessarily feel or watch my feet, your weight's on the right, the left foot comes in, and then it comes out, and it comes back in that U shape also. The benefit of this is you're spending more time on the right leg and you're dynamically moving your body, which is going to test your balance a little more. Okay? So, again, you can do that now if you want. You can do that a month down the road, or you can not do it at all if you want. Either way, whatever you want to do. So, let's do a couple more of these. Weight shift to the right. I step out empty, left foot. Weight shifts left. Energy goes forward. Bow stance. Keep the back heel down. Weight shifts back. All the weight's on the right. Left foot, come back to center. Weight shift left. Step out, empty right. Toe facing forward. Weight shifts right. Punch out left fist. Bring that weight forward onto the right leg. Weight shifts back and come back to center. Make sure as you are stepping out, whether this way or whether this way, I'm not doing this to step out. I'm not putting any weight. That foot is coming down empty. No weight on it, okay? Weight shift to the right, step out empty, left foot. Weight shifts left, punch out, right fist. Weight shifts back, opposite hand, come back to center. Weight shift left, step out empty, right foot. No weight on the right foot, right? Now shift weight right, punch out left. Bring that weight forward onto the right leg. Weight shifts back and return to center. Beautiful. You guys are doing good with that one. All right. Any questions about that? All right. It was given the name, by the way, in case somebody wanted to ask, it was given its name because when you punch, it looks like bow and arrow. So they just shortened it to the bow stance. Okay? That's a very common position, as we've talked about. Herons do it, storks, and all that type of thing. All right. Let's have a seat. Let's do some meditation, shall we? All right. Again, this gets into the mindfulness of Tai Chi. Can get this way also. When you get a little deeper into Tai Chi, you can get into the mindfulness of Tai Chi also. And I see, I'm going to lean over you. You're fine. You're fine. Oh, you're fine. You didn't have to move. I'm not that scary, am I? This is a really good way to give your mind a break. And as we go into the holiday season, maybe your Tai Chi instructor makes you mad. And so you need a break from him. Maybe somebody in your family upsets you. I had one gentleman, he had Parkinson's disease. He had good friends, and they were going through a divorce, and they would both call him and vent, use him as a venting person. And he would get off of the phone, and he would be so upset, he would be shaking. And so we used meditation to calm him down, but he also set up some boundaries, which was a really good idea for him also. To go, he would let him vent, but he'd go, okay, we're done. let's move on to a different subject, or it's time, or I'm going to have to go. So he set up some boundaries, which was good for him also. But when you get anxious, you get angry, you notice that your Parkinson's symptoms get worse. So this is a good way, without taking any more medication, to calm yourself down. So if something has you riled up, just excuse yourself, go into another room, do some meditation, and calm yourself down. Again, not taking any more medicine, just using the body. The mind is a very, very powerful thing. Okay? So, sitting up nice and straight and tall, closing the eyes, take a big, deep breath in. And then as we breathe out, release all the thoughts out of your head. Not think about what happened this morning, not think about what could happen this afternoon. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. And then exhale, breathing out. Release all the thoughts out of your head. We're going to do that one more time. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And as you breathe out, release all those thoughts out of your mind. Clear your mind, living just in the present. Now, focus on your feet. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're breathing out through the feet, relaxing our feet. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the feet, relaxing our feet. Onto the legs. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And exhale, breathing out through the legs. Relax your ankles, relax your knees, upper leg, lower leg. Again, inhale, filling the lungs with air. Exhale, relaxing the legs. Now move to the hips. Take a big, deep belly breath in. And then as you breathe out, you relax the hips. Relax your bottom. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. And then exhale, relaxing the hips. All those muscles surrounding your hips, relax those muscles. Let's move on to the belly. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As you breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through the belly, front of the belly, relaxing the belly. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the belly, relaxing the belly. Now the inner stomach. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As you breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through the inner stomach, through the intestines, releasing your anxiety, releasing your anger, not holding on to it anymore. Let it go. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. Exhale, releasing your anxiety, releasing your anger, no longer holding on to it, letting it go. Let's do that one more time. Take a big, deep belly breath in. And then breathe out. Breathing out through that inner stomach, relaxing the inner stomach. Moving on to the lower back. Take a big, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out, breathing out through the lower back, relaxing our lower back. And feel how when we relax our lower back, it starts to take the stress off of our legs. Let's do that again. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. Exhale, relaxing the lower back. Breathing out through the lower back. Now move on to our hands. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out through the hands. Relax the hands. Do that again. Long, slow, deep belly breath in. We're breathing out through the hands. Imagine you're picking up your newborn grandbaby and you want them to feel your gentleness through your hands. So you're relaxing the hands, letting the baby feel your calmness. Onto the arms. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. Breathing out through the arms, relaxing our arms. Relax the elbows, relax the wrists. Let's do the arms one more time. Take a big, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out through the arms, relaxing the arms. And now our shoulders. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As you breathe out, we breathe out through the shoulders. Relax your shoulders, all the muscles in your shoulders. Let those shoulders relax. Again, inhale, filling the lungs with air. And then exhale, relax the shoulders. Let's do that again. Big, deep belly breath in. Breathing out through the shoulders. This is sometimes we hold our anxiety here. We're letting it go. And then we'll finish relaxing the whole body. So take a long, slow, deep breath in. And as we breathe out, we're breathing out through the whole body, relaxing the whole body. Any place that you feel tension, focus on that spot. Inhale, filling the lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the whole body. Feel like our skin is exhaling. And let's do that one more time. Take a long, slow, deep belly breath in. And then as we breathe out, we're breathing out through our skin, relaxing the whole body. Beautiful. Look at how relaxed everyone is right now. Where'd your tremors go, right? If you have tremors, a lot of times that'll make your tremors disappear. Isn't that amazing? That's how powerful our mind is. Our mind is extremely powerful. We just need to learn how to harness that power. And that's a lot of what meditation does. That's a lot of what mindfulness is capturing the power in our mind and starting to exercise that power. You guys look awesome. Sure, my pleasure. So let me turn on the overhead light before we move around. So watch your eyes. I'm going to turn on the light.